Okay, good morning. Thank you, Miss Salsa, to open this morning sessions, with us. And then before I present and then share my presentations, I would like to introduce ourselves because I have already join these sessions, and then also my two teammates. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Ana Agung Putri Maharani, and then you can call me Putri. And then also I have my partner here, my first partner, Nimade Wersi Murtini. And then my third partner, my next partner is Ana Agung Putu Arsana. And then we are together from Universitas Mahasaraswati dan Pasar Bali. Anyway, okay. Let me share my screen, and then I'm so sorry because my laptop is not compatible to use the virtual background. I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to present this one briefly, and then the title of our research is Smart Society 5.0, especially about teachers' digital literacy within English language and teaching. Anyway, okay, and then we start the background of this study because of two essential things related to digital literacy. And then this essential thing is, first of all, related to the teachers themselves. And then the second one is related to the students, in which digital literacy is essential for the professional development and then the lifelong learning of the teachers themselves. And then on the other hand, digital literacy is also crucial for the future occupations and then the development of our students as global citizens of the 21st century anyway. Therefore, in this research, because of digital literacy is important for both the teachers and then the students, it means that the digital literacy within the 21st century is significant to be investigated during the new period of the industry in which we are entering the new Smart Society 5.0, and then it is firstly announced in Japan anyway, and then we start opening ourselves to get immersed in that Smart Society 5.0. And then next, what is actually digital literacy here? So when we want to see the root of digital literacy, we are able to see that digital literacy is the part of literacy as the general thing. So we have the broadened sense of this term in which literacy itself refers to the basic training for life, and then it belongs to a lifelong learning anyway. And then when we look at the skills involved in literacy, it is not a matter of reading and writing only, but it refers to the skills, knowledge, and aptitudes which lead us to manage every aspect in life anyway. So literacy itself is no longer related to merely on reading and writing, but also it covers a broadened skills aspects, involving skills, knowledge, and aptitudes. And then because of the literacy itself is crucial for us, for a human being to master, therefore, within the 21st century, of course, the citizens must be literate, and then related to digital literacy, the citizens must manage the ICT's resources successfully. Therefore, human beings are not only becoming a mere teacher and students, not only becoming those two, but also becoming literate by using ICTs and then digital platforms or digital medias in every aspects of lives anyway. And then if we want to transform informations into knowledge, therefore, we have to become digital citizens anyway. So before we move forward, we need to define what digital citizen is. Related to digital literacy, we have the term digital citizenship, and then it is about the confidence and then the positive feeling and engagement with the digital technology. Therefore, digital citizens, based on those on in 2019, is a persons with the skills and the knowledge to effectively use digital technology to participate in society, communicate with others, and create and consume digital content anyway. And then, therefore, based on those in 2019, the diagram is like this. Yeah. So digital citizens must possess and master skills, knowledge of ICTs, and then they also need to participate in society, communicate with others, and then create and consume digital content. And then the use of digital skills in class is the way to involve the students in an active learning process and to bridge the digital divide which exists between the use of ICT inside and then outside of the school. Therefore, because of this demand is crucial within the 21st century, it means that the teacher roles is prominent in becoming in shaping in shaping that the students must be active in the learning process. Yeah, so the teachers themselves, they must be digitally literate before shaping their students to have the digital literacy anyway. So it means that the teachers themselves are having a prominent role. They become, because later on they become the facilitator and also they become the manager of the class. Therefore, they must be digitally literate first before their students themselves. And then related to this research, yeah, the concept of digital literacy and then the aspects of it are taken from the theory of Rodriguez de Dios, Igartua, and Gonzalez Vasquez in 2009 and 16. And then also the aspects of digital literacy in this research adapted the theory from UNESCO in 2018, in which digital literacy, the aspects of it are divided into 6 aspects, starting from technological or instrumental skill until the last one is the digital content creator skill anyway. And then as you can see, there are 6 aspects that the teacher must master anyway to be digital literate anyway. Therefore, as the teachers, yeah, whoever the teachers are, especially English teachers, they have actually a crucial responsibility. Therefore, they need to master these aspects anyway. And then based on the research background, there are 3 specific areas to be investigated. First of all, this research investigates the level of the digital literacy of the English teachers. And then the second one, we also investigated the differences of digital literacy between male and female English teachers. And then the last one, we see how the English teachers perceive the digital literacy within their English and English language teaching, I mean. And then for the research method, this research was designed by means of mixed method research, and then the participants were 33 English teachers who work in both public and private senior high schools within Denpasar area. And then for collecting the data, we implemented 3 data collection methods, starting from questionnaire, which was accessed by the respondents online, and then the interview, which was also conducted online, and then focus group discussion, which was also conducted online anyway. And then after gathering the data, we analyze the data quantitatively and then qualitatively because we design this research by means of mixed method research. And then for the findings and discussions, the first finding related to the first research questions in which we investigated the level of the digital literacy of the English teachers in Denpasar area. And then the finding related to this one in which we concluded that the level of digital literacy, the digital literacy of the English teachers showed by the mean scores of their digital literacy was above 3, and then some items were nearly 5 as the maximum mean score. And then the second research questions, the finding is like this, portrayed by this table. And then you can see that the female and male English teachers are different in terms of each aspects of digital literacy. And then as you can see, and then we highlighted the percentages of strongly agree scale, and then in which you can see that the females group, they outperform the males group in 5 aspects, such as technological or instrumental skill, communication skill, information skill, critical skill, and then digital content creator skill. But for the male group, they only outperform the female group in security skill aspect anyway. And then this is the last finding. And then this finding answered the last research question related to the perceptions of the English teachers related to the digital literacy. Based on the interview and then, of course, the focus group discussion that we implemented, we actually found and then figured out there are 4 major perceptions of the English teachers related to digital literacy in English language and teaching. The first of all, they perceive that digital literacy becomes the need of today's teaching English as a foreign language. And then the second perception is that they perceive that the critical thinking, creativity, and innovations integrated in digital literacy anyway. And then the third perception related to the importance of personalizing technology to further students' engagement with digital literacy. And then the last perception related to the effect of digital literacy on the lives and the learning of the teachers and then the students, and experiences of using digital resources, which can serve as the foundations for present and future development. Therefore, we can see that the perceptions of the English teachers, starting from the global one, in which the digital literacy is seen as the need of today's teaching English as a foreign language, until the perceptions of the English teacher related to the effect or the washback that digital literacy has if digital literacy must be required within the English teaching and English language teaching as a foreign language. Okay, and then these are the conclusions, and then thank you. So those points, yeah, we are able to share with you all, and then if you have questions, yeah, we are gladly responding and then discussing them with you all. Okay, thank you. Time is yours, Miss.
Okay, Miss, thank you. So, digital literacy is important, especially in English language teaching, right? It helps the students and teachers to improve their critical thinking, creativity, and their innovation, especially on your research, which related to Smart Society 5.0, where this is very quiet, interesting, yeah, and essential for English teachers that they have to develop their digital literacy while shaping the students. That's very fruitful. And now we are arriving in the Q&A session. For those students, please, you may type it on your room chat, on the room chat in this room. And apparently we have Mr. Pius Nurwidasa from Universitas Sanata Dharma. The question is, some schools don't allow students to bring cell phones in the classroom. Teachers want to integrate technology in their learning. How does this become barriers to nurture students to digital literacy? Ms. Putri, you may answer it. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the questions, Pak Pius Nurwis Dasa from USD. Nice to meet you, Pak. Okay, thank you. And then I do agree with you, Pak, yeah, in which some schools don't allow the students to bring cell phone in the classroom, yeah, but it also becoming one challenge and then one weakness, yeah, that we found within our respondents, yeah. Our respondents also agrees that some schools do not allow the students to bring their cell phones into the class. But in my opinion, yeah, of course, this challenge, yeah, can be eliminated or reduced by facilitating the students with adequate facilities, yeah, at school. Even though the students are not allowed to bring their phones, it doesn't mean that they are not able to possess the digital literacy. I mean, the facilities at school also can help them to assist them in learning by using the technology. For example, they can be equipped with lab equipments, for example, and then they also can be equipped by smart TV in their school, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and then of course it is becoming our biggest challenge, Pak Piers. Yeah, but I believe that with adequate facilities, yeah, the digital literacy of the students can be assisted and then developed. Thank you, Pak Pius.
Okay, thank you, Miss Putri. While waiting for the other questions, I have a question for you. So, as you said before, the teacher must understand and maybe mastering the digital literacy first. I mean, like they must be digital literated. And as a facilitator, how do you think the teacher can reach the generation gap, especially for the elderly teacher who are not really familiar with digital literacy? That is my question, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Yeah, there are so many generations, yeah, amongst the teachers. Not only X generations, but also Y generations, and then we also have the newest generations, yeah, becoming the teachers. Yeah, in relation to the gap, I think the teachers themselves are able to adapt themselves, yeah, into the technology. Of course, the school must make the policy. For example, the teachers before before entering the new academic year, the teachers are instructed to involve in seminar, yeah, to be equipped with the technology before entering their regular classrooms anyway. Yeah, it means that to facilitate the teachers, the school also has the policy, yeah, to develop the teachers themselves to be literate in terms of the digital equipment anyway. Okay, Miss.
Understood, Miss.
Okay.
It seems like Miss Laksmi Widyarini wants to ask. The
Okay.
time is
Yeah.
yours.
Okay. Thank you, Mbak Moderator. Can you hear my voice well?
Very clear.
Okay. Good morning, Bu Putri. Good morning, Pak Pius. It's lovely to meet you virtually here. in Zoom meeting. Well, actually, I would like to share my ideas on the previous questions by Pak Pius, Bu Putri, in terms of, that some schools do not allow the students to bring the cell phones in the class. Well, I think we can try to apply what so called a flipped classroom techniques. So the teachers assign the students to finish the technological based assignments at home first, but of course the students are equipped with necessary module or necessary information on how to finish the assignments at home by their own, or probably with their groups, helped by the family. But of course, the students are equipped with the necessary module, and then when they come to the class, well, they can share what they have learned or what they have practiced, what they have done with using the technology-based assignments at home, and then the teacher can give a comment or suggestion on what the students have done. So that's my thought, Bu Putri. Thank you, Mbak Moderator.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Laksmi. Yeah, nice to meet you, Bu, in these sessions. Yeah. Anyway, I do agree with you. Yeah, and then we also, because we are teaching university students. Yeah, I think the students are more equipped. Yeah, by using the technology tools.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and then of course. Sometimes we do a flipped classroom, yeah, in which the
Yes.
materials are given prior to their meeting anyway. That's good. I think it is really possible if we conduct it to our kids, yeah. Therefore, they are
Yes.
able to learn at home first before they get prepared into entering the class. Thank you. Bu Laksmi.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, Bu Putri. It's my pleasure. By the way, Mbak Moderator, do I still have time to share a little bit about my experience using cell phones with my university students, Mbak Moderator?
Yes, Miss Lasmi, the time is yours.
Okay, Bu Putri, in terms of using cell phones in the classroom, okay, we are lecturers, right? But to some extent, then our students are very much dependent on using cell phones in finishing their assignments. So I have tried several times. I call this going old school. So meaning to say that we finish the assignments at the class without any cell phones. And well, actually that's for my evaluation also to see how they performs without using any technology, but only based on their own knowledge like that. And some students, most of the students say that, wah ternyata kok sekarang sulit ya ngerjain apa-apa tanpa online begitu. Okay, so that's what I can share, Bu Putri, in terms of using cell phones in our class. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bu Laksmi, yeah, for sharing your experience, yeah, which is really beneficial for us. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Miss Elsa, do I still have time because one of my member wants to add something?
Yes, you may. You still have plenty of time, Miss, actually.
Okay, thank you. Any one of you, Pak Gung Arsana or Miss Wersi?
Yes, I'm Agung Arsana. Yeah. Is my voice clear enough? Yes. I would like to add some my experience, my observation in some high school in Denpasar. They have already prepared some virtual library. This is very acceptable for the students to help them to integrate it between learning and technology. This is very give some help for the students. Without using any cell phones in the schools, but only in high school. But if we talk about elementary school, this is very hard. Yeah, students cannot bring the cell phone into the school, but the parents needs to involve the rules. I mean, in terms of supervisions. Yeah, because as we know that the children recently maybe playing games by using cell phones. Yeah, so it needs supervision. So then the second question from Miss Selsa, gap between generation. Yeah, we have a team. We have done this this activity. We give some training to the teachers in some schools on how to use technology. For example, the simplest one, Google Classroom, Zoom, or something like that in some school in Denpasar. So this can help the students to reduce the gaps in using the technology. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Is Miss Made Murtini wants to add also? Okay, if not, maybe we can close this presentation. Thank you so much, Miss Anak Agung Putri, for sharing and also answering the questions. Also, Mr. Anak Agung Putu Arsana for answering my questions and sharing your experience. Also for Mr. Pius for his questions and Ms. Lakshmi for your sharing. Thank you for the fruitful discussion. There are lots of insight that I got, and maybe all of the participants can learn from it also. And because we still have plenty of time, I would like to ask you to kindly join for the other room because we still have for about 30 minutes. And if you still want to join for the other discussion, please kindly join for the room 127. And let me close this breakout room. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we have finished our parallel session. After this, please, as what I've said before, you may join from the breakout room 127. And thank you very much for the discussion. Have a great day.
Miss Elsa, can I ask questions?
Yes, sure, Miss.
Related to becoming the moderator, yeah, I am responsible to moderate the third presenter. And then how about that? It means that the second presenter and then the third presenter are not joining this?
Apparently, they are not joining, and I haven't received any information about those two presentations. Maybe I will inform you later if they are coming. So is that okay, Miss
Okay,
Putri?
it's okay.
Okay,
Okay, Miss
sure.
Elsa,
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for paying attention to us.
Thank you.